Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome back. If you've been here before, I'm Delaney and I love doing fashion videos every Friday. So a recent one that I did was how to dress like a clean girl, and a lot of you guys really enjoyed that video. There was also a lot of questions on what that term means and where it comes from and a little bit of confusion. So I actually wanted to make today's video as kind of a part 2, which a lot of you suggested, but diving a little bit deeper into the meaning of this, what I interpret it as, how to better understand the whole aesthetic, and do with it what you will. In that first video, it was just outfits of clean girl aesthetic, and if you guys want to see another video that is still just outfits, let me know in the comments below, because this is a little bit different, but it is the same topic, so I consider it a part 2. But if you guys still want just strictly outfits as a part 2, I can do that too. So let me know. If you guys haven't already subscribed to my channel, it means so much when you do. If you give this video a thumbs up, it also means a lot to me, and I love chatting with you in the comments, so feel free to drop a comment below. Now let's get into discussing exactly what this term clean girl aesthetic means. Okay, so one disclaimer that I want to make before going into this is that no aesthetic is better than the next, and obviously fashion, beauty, lifestyle, anything like this is going to inherently be interpreted differently from person to person. So nobody owns the clean girl aesthetic, nobody is the spokesperson for it, the owner of it, the end all be all of it. So I'm gonna be sharing what I understand it to be and how I interpret it to be, but obviously, like I said, that can change from person to person. I think people think the term clean means better than, but it's really not interpreted in that way, at least for me. I'm a very versatile fashion lover, and I appreciate trends and I appreciate trying new things with my fashion and aesthetically. So yeah, that's just kind of a disclaimer before anyone takes it the wrong way. All right, now we are gonna get into what the clean girl aesthetic means to me, and I personally found this aesthetic to stem from the beauty movement of the clean girl look. So this was something that was trending. It's still trending a lot on social media, especially TikTok. Thank you, Gen Z, for introducing us to this and so many other things. But yeah, so the clean girl look is a very simple, clean makeup look. It doesn't necessarily have to be clean makeup products, although clean makeup products are more than welcome here and can be used in clean girl looks, but it means more so just a clean looking face. So it is similar to the no makeup look, but obviously you are wearing makeup and it is focused a lot on kind of like dewy, glowy skin. So the clean girl aesthetic also has a lot to do with skincare, kind of the hobby of skincare, if you will. And I think the makeup look kind of mimics that. So just this really dewy, glowing, healthy looking skin that can be achieved by anyone. You know, it's kind of embracing the natural side of your beauty with less makeup, so I love that aspect to it too. Like I said, it isn't a no makeup look, so there's definitely blush, bronzer, concealer, a little bit of mascara. Love gloss for the clean girl look. Bushy brows is really big for this, so you know, that kind of vibe. It is not overdone and it is pretty simple. I think that is how I interpret the term clean in this overall aesthetic. It's like less is more. Okay, and then moving on to hair, which is also associated with the kind of makeup look, I think. The hair and makeup together. It is, in my mind, a slicked back hairstyle, oftentimes with a hair treatment in it, whether that be like an oil or a mask. And ironically, you do not have to be clean in a literal sense at all for this look. Honestly, the greasier your hair, the better, which would mean like the dirtier. I'm definitely not like the poster child for a standard term of clean girl, because I don't even like taking showers really, so I definitely shower less than the average person. I'm just throwing myself under the bus for that, but I don't really care because I just want to destigmatize the idea that you need to be like squeaky clean to achieve this look. Honestly, if your hair is like 5 days without washing and super greasy, it's gonna be perfect for this look. So no shower is necessary. You wanna add a little extra oil or hair mask, like I said, it's gonna make the slicked hair look even sleeker, which is perfect for this. It is a more face focused hair look than hair focused, I would say. That's why it is pulled back. It's slick and it's all about the face. A middle part is great for this. Looks really symmetrical and even, which is really nice. I'm not the best person at doing a middle part. I don't get mine super straight, but if you do, it's gonna be just stunning for this. And then you can leave your hair in just like a ponytail, a bun, a nice like slick braid, whatever it is. Claw clips are really big in this aesthetic as well. I kind of like this like really tight slick back look instead for it, but again, if this doesn't work for your hair or your style, you can pick and choose what you like from this and adopt it to your personal style and leave what you don't like behind. Nobody is gonna make you kind of try out the clean girl look, and you can do it if you want to. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. And like I said, you're no better or no worse if you do it or you don't do it. Even if your hair isn't long enough to put in something slick, if you want to just do like a nice like sleek straight lines of something, if you don't want to do the clean girl hair at all but you like the makeup and you like the outfits, that's cool too. Just pick and choose what works for you. So like I said, I think the whole movement for me personally kind of stemmed from that idea of the makeup and then moving on to the hair, but then it goes even further to clothing and accessories, things like that. So in my last video, I wanted to put together outfits that I think complemented the clean girl look with the hair and makeup, and again, that's gonna be a lot of simple, less is more, clean lines type of visual for me personally, and it can go even into like the fingernails. I just got my nails done recently and they are just like a classic simple French manicure. This is perfect for the clean girl look, or something even more simple, just like a funny bunny or a bubble bath OPI on the nails. Super clean and simple looking, obviously, but also I love nail art and I tend to do a lot of crazy things on my nails. So I'm not like the most clean girl about my nails, but it does look really nice when they're just simple, classic, easy things like that. So that looks really good for the aesthetic, but again, you don't have to tick all of those boxes if you want to try this out. And then for accessories and everything with this style of clean girl aesthetic is less is more. Again, simple. I tend to think of it as gold jewelry. I love rings, so I always wear a lot of rings, but I try to keep them more minimal and simple when styling something that's kind of clean girl instead of gaudy and flamboyant. But I do have a ton of jewelry that's like that as well, and again, I still appreciate things like that. This is just kind of tying into a certain aesthetic that you can try out if you want. So for the jewelry, a couple of gold rings, maybe like a little watch, nothing too gaudy again, and then some necklaces, some nice dainty layered necklaces, simple, maybe like 3 of them, not super messy. And for earrings, just some gold hoops is perfect, very classic, goes with everything, and it looks really nice with that slicked back hairstyle and the minimal makeup. It just all comes together so nicely, and I think that's why this is so popular. It does look really good. For shoes and accessories and things like that, again, it's just gonna be simple, basic, kind of classic things. So white sneakers, anything that's just really clean looking, not in terms of like it has no wear to it, but just it has clean lines. There's not a lot of texture, there's not a lot of things going on, and they're just simple, classic, go with everything. They look clean visually, but not sanitarily, I guess, if that makes sense. They don't have to anyways. For bags, I think like a canvas tote bag is really perfect for this look. It's so kind of organic looking, it's very effortless, and it's simple. It goes with everything. It has those nice clean lines and definitely fits that vibe. Or just like a little shoulder bag, not a lot of patterns, not a lot of textures again. So think of clean, simple, straight lines. Okay, and then as I mentioned, my last video was just a bunch of outfits for this, and the aesthetic carrying into outfits is similar to all these other things. So it's going to be really basic, simple, easy pieces, staples that you probably already have in your wardrobe: a white t-shirt, a white tank top, a black t-shirt, a black tank top. Neutrals look really good for this. A monochromatic outfit is really nice. Anything that's kind of tonal and it goes together in this very simple, clean way is perfect. Think of matching sets a lot. Matching is kind of the key here instead of mix and matching, I would say. So again, I really appreciate that aesthetic too, of mixing patterns and colors and getting a little crazy and exploring fashion in that sense. But for this particular aesthetic, you're gonna wanna focus on matching rather than mix and matching, and you're gonna want clean, simple, classic pieces. Think like capsule wardrobe or just staples and basics. And again, those just like clean, nice lines and not a lot of texture, not a lot of print. As far as color goes, I think again, neutrals is gonna be really good for this, but obviously color is welcome too. In my mind, the way that I interpret it, I think the more muted pastel tones of colors is better than the sort of like bold, maybe neon hues, but nothing is off the table for how you want to interpret it or how you want to do it. So I'm not saying you can't wear color if you want to try this aesthetic, but just in my mind, I interpret it as these more like subtle, quieter colors rather than the really bold, loud colors. Okay, and then lastly, as we've gone through all of these sort of visual aesthetic parts of this trend, we are going to venture into the lifestyle aspect of it. Definitely, this has taken on a life of its own, leading into categories that aren't all necessarily visual and aren't all styles and trends in that sense. So that's something that I actually really like about this trend or aesthetic, whatever we want to call it, is that it promotes a lot of healthy things. Obviously, this is all stemming from social media, and it was born in social media and lived out through social media. So with all things in that realm, you have to take them with a grain of salt and understand that you're only seeing a portion of people's lives on social media. Nothing on there is the full picture, and of course, no matter what aesthetic you're dressing like or whatever lifestyle you are obtaining, there's gonna be hard things that everyone's going through, and everyone is fighting a battle, and nobody's life is perfect. So that's a little bit of a disclaimer for this lifestyle aspect that this aesthetic has taken on. But generally speaking, some things that I love about it is it promotes a lot of self-care and wellness, which can be executed in so many different ways, whether that's reading books on self-improvement or just reading in general for enjoyment and a hobby. Doing skincare, as I mentioned, is a huge kind of cardinal hobby in this aesthetic, I would say, which I think is great because I'm really passionate about skincare, and it's something that's really good for us, and if you enjoy doing it, you can have a lot of fun with it. So it doesn't have to be fancy, expensive products either. You can make homemade face masks or hair masks and do them in the comfort of your own home and still see really great results and enjoy doing them. So I don't want it to be, although it's like an aspirational lifestyle, I don't want it to be unattainable to anyone else, and all of these things can be achieved with like really simple resources. Like I'm saying, if you just have like some basics in your closet, a white t-shirt, that's gonna be perfect for this. If you have greasy hair and you don't have time to shower, that's perfect for this. If you want to make a homemade face mask, there's tons of recipes and things out there, and it doesn't have to cost anyone a ton of money. So I love the self-care aspect because I think it's good for all of us to be inspired and motivated by that. So again, it's kind of drinking all your water, drinking your green juice, eating healthy, eating lots of fruits and vegetables, nutritious foods, working out, moving your body, feeling good, and also like mentally feeling good, you know, journaling, having a morning routine, having a nighttime routine, having routines. These are all things that I associate with this aesthetic that I think are really good things to be promoting and celebrating. And something that I really love about this aesthetic is I think it is very empowering, specifically towards women, just that we can kind of be taking the power into our own hands for our lives and what we want to do with them. If we want to do self-care, if we want to have an hour-long morning routine and wake up an hour earlier to do that, if we want to wear less makeup and feel good still, if we want to take care of our skin, if we want to drink all of our water and do our squats, we are going to be cool it girls while we're doing it. So some synonymous terms that I've heard with clean girl aesthetic is the it girl or main character energy, things like that. So I do understand how it could be perceived as sort of better than, but I also think that it is just a matter of perspective, and I think the aesthetic and the aspirational aspects of it can be attainable to all of us. Even if you don't want to dress like or do your hair and makeup like a clean girl every day or something, you can still be embodying the lifestyle of taking pride in your skincare, reading books on self-improvement, doing self-care, drinking all your water, and dressing like a clean girl when you feel like it. So yeah, I think that this is a very interesting trend and thing to kind of unpack and dive into, because like I'm saying, for me personally, it started of course on social media, but mostly stemming from the beauty makeup movement of it, and then realizing that that stems even further into some more visual aspects like nails, accessories, clothing, etc., and then moving even on into a lifestyle that promotes specific things that I'm really passionate about and I am happy to celebrate. So I think that it's really interesting, and I hope this video kind of helps anyone better understand what the term means and how they can incorporate it into their own life if they so wish to. Yeah, I had a lot of fun kind of exploring this and trying out the outfits and the hair and the makeup and everything, because I just love experiencing different things and learning about them and incorporating them into my life. So I'm not gonna be like a clean girl aesthetic person for the rest of my life or completely commit to it, because that's just not my style. I know for a lot of you on that last video, you were like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy I found this. I didn't know this is what my aesthetic was called, but this makes me so happy. Like, I love knowing this, and I feel like it's really empowering for people who identify with that to kind of feel like there's this place for them, and I think it is absolutely open to everyone. And then if you're more like me and you like to just dabble with things, you can see what that influence brings to your personal style after you've played around with it for a bit. So I hope you guys found this helpful. If there's any other sort of like trends or aesthetics that you would want to see a deeper dive into that we can create these little mood boards for and just discuss kind of in this way, let me know. I'm happy to research and put something together again, because I think this is really fun. And as always, I appreciate you guys watching so much. I will see you in my next video.